AI agents are getting really powerful. In this quick video, I created an AI agent that will debate with another AI agent, all using PydanticAI. Now, these two AI agents are going to be like political lawyers, where you can pass in a query of saying like, what is your thoughts on remote work? There's going to be a right-wing and a left-wing AI agent that has multi-model AI agents underneath that communicates with a researcher who searches the web, finds information about your query, returns it up, and then we use the LLM to change it into that political view. This is really, really cool stuff, and it really shows the power of what future software development can really look like. If you're new to the channel, I'm Eric Roby, a software engineer with over a decade of experience, and I've helped over 100,000 developers learn and grow within their craft. So with that, if you're interested in learning about AI agents and PydanticAI, let's go ahead and jump into some code. I already have requirements installed. Really, all I'm installing is FastAPI, Unicorn, PydanticAI, along with this DuckDuckGo search to be able to search the internet for results as well without actually scraping the web. We're just going to be using DuckDuckGo here. All right, so the very first thing we're going to want to do is jump into our AI agents, where we're wanting to create two different AI agents. We're going to start with just creating a right-winged AI agent, like from that kind of political view, and then a left-wing AI agent. And then we're going to be able to pass in a query, and the right wing is going to say their piece, the left wing is going to say their piece, and they're going to kind of debate. And it's kind of a cool little project. Now, the very first thing we're just going to add in is some imports, which is going to be PydanticAI, and then DuckDuckGo, which is inside PydanticAI, and then this typing extensions of type dict for dictionary. And then we want to return the debate message, which is going to be from the agent type, which is right or left, the message attached, and then the message storage, which is what we're going to kind of use for memory. We're not actually using memory. We're just storing them in a list format that we're going to be using to populate some more debates topics. Now, inside here, we need to go ahead and create our right-wing agent. Now, to do this using PydanticAI, we need to create a new object of agent. We're going to be using OpenAI GPT-4o for this right-wing agent. Now, the dependency types means what is this agent dependent on? So typically you can pass in objects, but I'm going to say it's dependent on a string, and that's going to be the query that we pass in through FastAPI. The result type is also going to be a string, which is going to be the response. So we're not necessarily doing too much like data validation on the request and the response. We're just going to be passing in a string, which is going to be the debate topic, and we're going to be responding as a string as well. We're going to allow it to retry 3 different times. And the system prompt is going to be, you have thoughts like Donald Trump, because it's a right-wing agent, and you are a participant of the right-wing conservative political views. Keep your responses concise, 3 to 4 sentence maximum, and focus on the topic. Here are the previous messages about the debate. So message storage is going to start off empty though. And then we're going to say, please get more information by calling the right-wing additional data function. Now, that doesn't exist yet. That's going to be the function that searches the internet using DuckDuckGo, but we're going to create another agent. So it's going to be multi-agent. This parent agent of right-wing agent is going to communicate to the right-wing researcher. And I'll create that in one moment. But the first thing we need to do is make this a dynamic system prompt. So we have this system prompt right here, which is static outside the fact that we're passing in message storage. But it also needs to be able to pass in this dependency, which is going to be the query itself. Now to do this, we can go ahead and just say at right-wing agent, and we can add the annotation of system prompt. This is going to add the right-wing data. The CTX run context is going to be the information about the current call. I just read it. But it's going to be the information about the current call, but it's going to be dependency injection and ran at runtime. We can grab the information out by grabbing the dependencies of this run context. So that's going to be the query or the debate topic. And then we can say this is the debate topic to show your right-wing values with our debate topic. So a right-wing agent, when it creates this agent, it's then going to call the system prompt to add in any dependencies that we need to add to our system prompt. And then what we want to do is add in this. And I'm just going to pass for right now, but this is the right-wing additional data right here. You can tell the parent to call this tool, which means it's an additional function that this might rely on. So if we have a right-wing agent and we're saying, please get more information from the right-wing additional data, it's going to only call this function if it's decorated as a tool, which means it's like additional information for that entire agent. Now, we're not going to be passing any data in quite yet because we want this to actually do is call another agent. And now this agent is going to be the researcher agent, which can search the internet. And this is where it gets really fascinating, right? Because we're not just using the LLM of OpenAI, we're also searching the internet and kind of merging them together to get a formal response. And it allows us to get like newer information that way, right? Because LLMs have like a cutoff date of information. We can go ahead and just search the internet from DuckDuckGo and grab what we can from there. Now, right under this right-wing agent, I'm going to create another agent. And this is going to be the right-wing researcher agent. We can see that it's also going to be using GPT-4o. Dependencies and result type are also just going to be a string. Result tries is going to be a 3. And here we can specify the tools. Well, the tool is going to be this DuckDuckGo search tool. This is something that we do not have, right? This is inside this implementation that we're passing in. And if we go in here, we can see that it's going to return a tool of just searching DuckDuckGo for the given query and return the results. So this allows us to be able to search DuckDuckGo for the given query about this topic and how it aligns with Donald Trump's thinking and return 5 sentences about the best describe this in the right political view. So what we need to do here is we need to, again, add another system prompt annotation to this right-wing researcher agent that will allow us to be able to pass in the query so DuckDuckGo knows what to be searching for. Now I'm going to add this at the very bottom right here, which is going to be the @right-wing researcher agent of our system prompt, where again, we're just going to be passing in the CTX, which is going to be the debate topic, and then we pass it in right here. Now we don't need any kind of tools here, but what we do need to now do is have this right-wing additional data function, this right-wing agent tool, call this agent and then have this agent then call the system prompt. And we can do that by just passing in this code right here, where we can say return await, where we're going to be calling our researcher agent. We're going to say, here's the data for your search, and we're going to be passing in that dependency. Then it's going to come up to this researcher agent, start this up. It's going to call the tool. Our tool is right here. It's going to then call this annotation, it's going to call that tool, but it's going to first call the system prompt, pass in our dependency. We're going to extract it from the CTX run context and then pass it in right here. And now I have this print statement in here so we can see what is actually getting returned from DuckDuckGo. And we can start just this way, just for having the right-wing view. Now, essentially, I'm going to do the exact same thing that we just did with all of these agents on the right-wing side with the left-wing side. So I'm just going to come down here and I'm just going to add in a bunch of information now about the left wing, which is going to be the exact same thing where we have now a left-wing agent. You have thoughts like Joe Biden and left political views. We're going to search DuckDuckGo again for the left political views. And then we're going to have the left topic, save it, and be able to search and find the right information that it believes based on the left. So essentially, we're going to pass in a query. We're going to have the right, look it up, respond, add that to the messages. Our left is going to grab the messages and our query, look at it, respond, and add it to the messages for the next query. So if we jump into our services, we're simply going to want to import our right-wing agent, our left-wing agent, and our message storage. And then we're going to have our analyze profile where we await our right-wing agent. We're going to add it to the messages, await our left-wing agent, add it to the messages, and then spin out the thoughts of Donald Trump and Joe Biden. And then if we jump into our main and we just make a FastAPI endpoint that analyzes that query, we can now see what happens. If we go into our terminal and we say uvicorn app.main app-reload, we can see that it's starting up. Now, if you run into this error of use typing extensions for typedict instead of this, that is because of the DuckDuckGo. If you come in here and we go into our agents and we scroll to the top and we open up our DuckDuckGo folder right here, it wants us to use typing extensions. So right here, we can just say _extensions, save that, and it should all work. All right, cool. I'm now going to go open up our browser. And I'm just going to say thoughts on remote work in federal government. Execute. So what's happening if we go ahead and look down here, it's going to start printing most likely the DuckDuckGo responses. So it is actually up to the LLM to believe if it needs to or not. But right here, we can see the responses. So we can see that from a right-wing political perspective, the move to end remote work for federal employees under the Trump administration aligns with the desire of increased accountability and efficiency in the government operations. That is not what's getting spent here. That is coming from DuckDuckGo. And right here, we can see ending remote work in the federal government under Trump was about boosting accountability and efficiency. It starts pushing about how the Republican Party currently wants traditional office aligns with conservative values. So it wants people to return to the office. Well, the left side, remote work in the federal government should be embraced as a modern, efficient approach to fostering work-life balance. So right here, we already have kind of completely different thoughts. They are, in a way, having complete opposite views, which is everything in the US government. But this is a way how we can use AI agents to search the internet, call multi-agents on both sides to return completely different ideas about applications. And think about this I threw this together kind of quick. This can be used really, really powerful stuff. Think about how future debates are going to go when someone can put all their information in some kind of AI agent to practice, to see what they would say, to see what you need to stand up for. This was a cool mini project. I hope you're able to learn a bunch about AI agents, but this stuff is going to be powerful and it's only going to get more powerful. And I'm excited to keep diving in and seeing what we can develop. So until next time.